Good morning and welcome to Grace Community Church. I'm so glad you are able to join us this morning. Today we have a guest preacher, and if you attended 2 weeks ago, then he'll look awfully familiar, or if you've been around at all, he'll look awfully familiar. Chris Williams is going to be delivering the word for us today, and I have been listening as he's been preparing it, and I believe that it's going to be a really good message for us in this time. Today, as far as announcements go, our annual meeting is today at 11:30. If you do not receive links to our meetings, then I invite you to email me or Mary Jo. My email is right below this video in our worship post to let us know so we can get you invited into those meetings and to be part of our annual meeting where we look at where we've been and where we're going. And it's more than just a business meeting. It's a time for us to really reflect on what we're doing and where we need to be going. So I invite you. Plus, it's a celebration, and we need more of those these days. It's rough. So we have the Lent devotional, which if you've been listening, for the last couple of weeks, then you know about this already. But if you haven't signed up, then this is especially for you. We are collaborating with the Sequoia Association again to bring a Lent devotional this time because the Advent devotional was such a meaningful piece for people to carry with them through all of Advent. So we're doing it for Lent. But that means we have a lot of spots that need to be filled and reflections that need to be written. And I think you would be perfect because what you bring in your heart is what we need to hear throughout the season of Lent. So that link is also right below this video. So just click on that, see which of the scriptures speak to you, what days may speak to you, and put your name in there. And I will totally, help edit and anything like that. So don't even worry if grammar's not your strong point or anything. We've got you on that. We just want to have you participate and hear your voice. I will not be having office hours this week. I will be finishing up a 14-day quarantine. As many of you know, we had a COVID exposure, so we are doing our best to keep our community safe. And so if you need me for any reason this week, I am completely available. Just give me a call or email or text or, I don't know, shout and hope that it carries all the way to my house. Whatever it takes, I'm here for you, but I will not be in person. And one other thing that I wanted to bring to the table today, in light of what happened this week with the events at the Capitol, I recognize that we are carrying with us a lot that needs to be processed, a lot of questions, a lot of grief, a lot of fear, and a lot of anger. And this is a time that we desperately need our community, not only so that we can process these things, but also so we can look forward and ahead and say, how do we show up in the world as followers of Christ? And so I invite you, we're going to be doing twice a month reflection and community care groups. And they will occur on Zoom. And it's going to be, our next one is January 21st from 6:30 to 7 o'clock. The link for that is going to be right below this as well. But this is just going to be a place where we can come together. It's kind of a drop-in space. So if you don't make it to every single one, that's okay. But it's just for us to process what's going on and how we can continue to show up faithfully in the world and make sure that we are living and acting justly. So again, the next meeting for that will be January 21st, 6:30 to 7 o'clock. We may go a little longer if we have more people there to give room and space for whatever needs to happen. And I invite you to take advantage of these times that we can spend together discussing these issues and talking about how they show up for us. And so, with all of that, I invite you to breathe in deeply. Center yourself and prepare to worship God. I'm so glad you're with us today.